Okay, next thing that I usually do is just a little bit of housekeeping here to help me keep everything organized. Generally, if it was just 4 connectors like this, you wouldn't need to do some of these steps, but if you've got, say, 2 or 3 harnesses and you might have 30 or 40 connectors in here, it's very handy to as you put these connectors in, do them for each harness as you go and put them in the correct places or the correct destinations they need to go. Basically, I've got this set up like this is where my wires will be coming in from the truck. There might be a sensor here. There could be a fuel gauge here. I believe that's a sender unit that goes in there, and you might have something else over here, and that's harness 1. So what I will do is here I will make a new folder, call this harness 1, and I will grab these and drop them into harness 1. But then what I'll also do is just take a look at this. If we go back to the AutoCAD electrical, so the 12 pin is con 4, con 1 and con 2 are 4 pin, and con 3 is the 2 pin. So here I will actually con 4, rename the browser nodes. And it would matter usually where these or which ones these are called, but for the purpose of this it's not going to matter. Say that the level sender here for the fuel gauge might be con 2, and con 1. So I'm just going to save that. So activate the harness again, and now because these are published electrical connectors, there's some more properties that come in here. So con 4, which we know is our 12 pin connector, I can go to harness properties now. Once I'm in here I can select that, right click, harness properties. Now the reference designation, that is what your harness needs to know for this. So it is con 4, and that is the physical location of the connector within the harness. You can go here to the custom properties and description. This could be two truck harness, and add that. And that actually shows up in your wire information on your reports. You click OK. Harness properties. This we'll just call sensor 1. Level sender. And just call this one over here, which will be con 3. We'll just call that work light. Devres con 3. Work light. Okay, so I'm just going to save that now. Now I work with 2 screens usually, so it's going to be a bit hard to screen cap both screens, so I'm just going to flick back between the two applications on this one window here now. So let's start with Con1 pin 1 to Con4 pin 1, and if I just let's go back here to my home, click on that 604 orange. Okay, so if I go here to create wire, and we'll just call this, normally I would have something in there that tells me that it is, a sensor power wire or something like that, so I'll call this level sensor 1, and call it here, so it was .604 orange. A lot of these in here, because I do a lot of stuff with Caterpillar equipment, 604 orange is actually a Caterpillar wire, and so you can go in here and change. There we go, it tells me right there, cat stop light. Okay, so what you can do is, now that you've got this model here, you can go pin 1, you can see here Con4, and it tells me it's Con4 pin 1, and the destination was Con1 pin 1. And so there's Con1 pin 1. We've got a wire, and that's a good start, but it doesn't really do what we need it to do yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a segment, because that's connecting wires to connectors, but it's not actually giving us a proper path. And what you can also do is you can make some chain links to go along here, or whatever you're going to add your harness to or use to tie it to your piece of equipment, and then you can run this segment through it. So I'm just going to grab a segment, that, and I'm going to connect it to there, finish. Now if I click on that, right click, I can add points. Let me try that again. Ah, there we go. A little difficult to see that one. That's the second one. So this is where you can go right click. I'm going to redefine. If I click on it correctly. Redefine point. And you can see there's my 10mm offset. Just helps, just keep it off the object you're working on. So if I click on there, redefine point. So I'm actually going to go up over the top. If I again add points. Okay, we're almost there. That's looking not too bad. Add points. We'll add another one in here just to suck that in closer to the edge. Same here. Redefine point. Now you can see there's our conduit running between the connectors. I'm just going to bring that round so it comes in a little bit further vertically. So if you can redefine it as well. You can just put it here and redefine, or you can 3D move rotate, and you can move it if you think it needs to be further out from here. You can actually move it around as well, but that will do for the moment. So in the next video I'll add a couple more branches to this so that we've got a complete harness, and continue adding wires.